Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in with me and seeing what I got going on. Today I am going to be doing like a get ready with me and what's been going on with me because I've been kind of like MIA or whatever. So I'm going to tell you guys what's been going on, and I'm going to try to make this video not like 30 minutes long, but we'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with my makeup, and today I'm kind of going for like a taupey brown crease with a little bit of like a pinky and then like a light shimmery lid. So I'm going to be using just a mix of palettes and getting ready, and yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so starting off with why I have been MIA and just like not around anywhere. So let me start in February. In February I got okay, well let me start before February. I'm gonna start in January. In January, the job I was working, okay, so we only had 2 bartenders. It was me and this other girl, and you know, we would alternate the weekends, and I had a weeknight and she had a weeknight. Well, they kind of let her go. I don't really know the situation, but anyways, all I know is that she didn't work there, and then I was the only one for the winter hours, Wednesday through Saturday. So I was the only one working, and that right there is like 40 hours a week. So then in February, I'm working, you know, a lot. I get an upper respiratory infection. Like, really, I think that someone at Nick's work is what started it, because there was someone out and then a few other people was out, and like then Nick was out and then I was sick. So I don't know. So the upper respiratory infection took like a long, like pretty much the whole month to get over. Like, I got sick and then it took a long time to like stop, to just be able to breathe and not be like so tired. My energy was drained. So I was working, and then like literally I was out of work for 1 day for being sick. So I had like no energy, and I was getting really burned out like really quickly of my job, because I worked, you know, every shift. There was no one to call to like cover for me, you know. I don't ever want to call in and be like, hey, I can't work, but there was no one to like write and be like, hey, could you work for me today? So that was like kind of burned me out. So then I start getting better or whatever, and then like March-ish, this girl that I've worked with literally at 3 different restaurants, so I've known her a long time. If you follow me on Snapchat, you'll see that I kind of snap the same girls if I'm at work. That's because we've known each other, and we've worked together for like 3 years, you know, different restaurants. So anyways, come March, this girl that I've known, she has she's pregnant, so she was like writing me about coming to work some shifts where she's currently like bartending or whatever. So at first I was like, you know, I'm really happy where I'm at, which I am happy, but you know, I was just like burned out. And plus I started asking around to people that I know hang out there at the other place, and they were like, yeah, you'll make great money, and you know, that place is like, it is like a chain. I won't really say like corporate because it's a franchise, but it is, they have locations all over. So they were like, you know, opportunity if you really do want to move someday and all this stuff. So I was like, okay. So I even told the other place, you know, as I started like being kind of more interested in it, I was like, you know, I'm the only bartender where I'm working right now. I'll definitely have to get someone trained before I can just start working over here. I already work 40 hours a week. So they were like, yeah, we understand. And, you know, they were, where we're from, or where we're from, it's a small town, so everyone definitely knows each other. And they were like, you know, we're friends with the business owners of your current job. We don't want to mess anything up with them. So, yeah, they said, take all the time you need. So that was kind of like the end of February, start of March. So, March, I keep working, and I get somebody trained, so I get at least Wednesdays off. And, so I tell the other place, you know, I'm ready to start. So I didn't think it would be a big deal. Like, they are 2 bars, but they're completely different settings, and like their audience is different. I didn't think it'd be a big deal. So I'm about to start there, and I go ahead and text the manager at my first current job, you know, and I'm like, hey, I am gonna go ahead and start. Jessie, that's the girl that's my friend and pregnant or whatever. She's like, Jessie, I was like, Jessie's been texting me and like, you know, asking me to come over there and start training, so that way when she goes on maternity leave, I can cover a few shifts over there. You know, nothing big. My first priority is here, blah, blah, blah. This new place, since they are like a chain, they do their schedule online, so you're able to like literally block your days off and everything like that. So I didn't think it'd be a problem at all. So, you know, she writes back and she's like well, not freaking out, but she's like, why, you know, why do you even go there? And I'm like, Jesse's been writing me, like, it's not a big deal. Like, cause I already bartend at like special events for this man that owns like a party planning thing in town, and he's able to like he has a liquor license, so he's able to like do all the alcohol for the parties and stuff, which I know liquor laws are different in every state. In Alabama, they're really strict and weird here. Like, I don't know if it's just because we're in the South or what, but yeah, they're really weird and strict here. So anyways, I already bartend for like a different person, which I know it's not like a restaurant bar, but you know, to me it's just a skill I have that I can use to make money. Like, that's not, anyways. So the next day she calls and I have to go train that night, which, you know, I already know how to bartend. They know that, so they already know they're only really gonna have to train me on like their system and their menu and everything like that. So my manager calls and I'm actually happen to be in Ulta, and she tells me that I have to, that the owner of the first place I work is like gonna make me just choose one. So that, like, you know, she's like, blah blah blah, it's the competition, you only can choose one. Well, that like broke my heart, so I started like not bawling, but I did start tearing up in Ulta a little bit and like kind of wandered around for 10 minutes in a daze, like, you know I'm here for something, but what am I here for? So anyways, I bought whatever the beauty steal of the day was, and I go ahead and leave. And so I told her, you know, I am scheduled on their schedule to go train there tonight, and they also had like 3 days before I was supposed to start training, they had let go of a bartender that had been there for a long time. So, you know, they're kind of like short-staffed, I guess, or whatever. I told my manager I'm gonna go ahead and still go in there and do what I'm scheduled to do, because, you know, that's an obligation for me. So, and I'll let you know what's up and all that. So I got off like kind of late that night. She wanted me to call her that night, but I got off kind of late and I didn't really want to call her that night, so I just waited. And then so the next day, my other manager, that's a guy, was like, hey, are you coming to your shift on Thursday? And I was like, of course, like, I would never just quit, like, which I guess there is a backstory there, because Jessie, the girl I was talking about, she kind of did do that to them. She got a second job at the place where they were trying to get me to get a second job, and she just left the first place, which it was like, you know, backstory and everything like that, drama within, blah blah blah. So I went and trained that night at the second place, and literally the POS system was the same, like different, it's under different company names, but it laid out exactly the same. It doesn't take me long to learn a POS system anyways, because I have been in restaurants, so, you know, once you learn the basic stuff, you can get a POS system if they're, you know, organized in alphabetical order and all that stuff. So yeah, at the second place, no one really had to train me. I literally just kind of walked in, started messing with POS, realized they were the same, and then that was it. So that night I didn't make decent money, but since I was being trained, I split it with the like bar manager or whatever that trained me. And I was like, you know, I don't like ultimatums, so I guess I should throw that in there. I really don't like ultimatums from people at all, like in any kind of situation, relationship wise or whatever, like. And if I'm off work, what I'm doing shouldn't matter. Like, anyway, I don't know. So that's just one thing. Like, I literally could keep talking about that, but I've talked about it for long enough, I feel like. So I currently do still work at both of them. I told me and the owner sat down and talked, and I said, you know, let me just try both. If it really is a problem, pull me to the side and we can like talk about it further, or whatever. So, but I haven't really worked with the female manager yet. And she's the one that like makes the schedule and stuff, so I'm a little bit worried, I won't lie. So then what has also been going on with me is, well, actually today I might be having to call out of work. I am supposed to go to work today, but my sister is in the hospital. She's being induced or whatever. She might have already been induced, but they're trying to like get her to go into labor today and have my nephew, because she's like been having like headaches and stuff for the past week. Which if you follow me on Snapchat or, you know, Instagram, I did post a little bit about the baby shower, more on Snapchat, of course. But so the baby shower kind of stressed me out, because so on top of all that stuff with the 2 jobs and, you know, the owners and all that, I was having my sister's baby shower at my first job. Like, I had already asked them about 2 months ago before anything, you know, could I have the shower there? Because they're closed on Sundays for now, like during winter. And they were like, oh yeah, you know, because one, I have store keys anyways, because I'm kind of like a bar, I won't say like a bar manager, but like I was only bartender for winter, so that kind of stressed me, because I knew that if I had to choose an ultimatum, they gave me the ultimatum probably about 2 weeks before the baby shower. So I was like, you know, crap, I have to be low-key and chill until after the baby shower. So now the baby shower's over, and so plus just planning, and I wanted to cook all the food, which I really enjoyed cooking all the food. Like, I really want to kind of look into that maybe more, because I really did enjoy it. I had cooked a lot of food like that once before for like this Friendsgiving thing I did, and I really liked it then too. But I don't know, what if that could be my future, you know, catering or something like that. But like literally I would only want to cater. Like, so the rest of the party stuff was like, you know, decorating, and then I was the host, so people like RSVPing to me and everything. And then at the party it was like the feng shui of the party, and no one was really like feng shuiing like I was wanting them to, so yeah. And then so on top of all that, if you guys also remember, I think I did mention that I had a wreck in September, and ultimately the guy ended up not being insured, and so I had to like send this stuff into the state of Alabama and all this other stuff. And now so here now recently they're just now getting back in touch with us about him being uninsured or whatever. Well, so he's been like contacting me or whatever about his license, because they pulled his license because he didn't have insurance. You know, that sucks, but you gotta have insurance in this state. But he, I guess, got my number off the police report from the accident, and he's just been like calling me a lot the last week when I was trying to do, like, I had to work at both jobs, and I was planning the baby shower, and I was just like, oh crap. And then this on top of all this, but so my mom got me a lawyer, and you know, we've kind of just been letting the lawyer handle it, because like a third party stuff, so. Alright, so I feel like I've rambled on long enough, and I've kind of just got this blended out as much as I can until I put on eyeliner. So let me go finish the rest of my face, and then I'll come back and show you guys what I've ended up looking like. But yeah, so I'm sorry I rambled on forever. That stuff has been stressing me out. And oh, and then so in June my lease is up here at this apartment, and me and Nick have to find another place to live because we don't want to sign the lease here again. So we signed the first lease, and then we renewed the lease, and then so this would be like the second time to renew. But they're trying to just keep going up every single time on the rent, and like, so we're just going to try to get a 2-bedroom for pretty much what we pay now in rent, or even a little bit less. So that, I mean, 2 bedrooms would just be so much better. So let me go finish all this, and I will be back. All right. Hey guys, so this is being filmed on my phone because as I was finishing up that makeup look, doing my foundation and everything, I got a call that said I need to come to the hospital. My nephew was being born, so that's where I'm at. And so yeah, this is what my face ended up looking like, and just on top of everything that I was already talking about. So I tried to call into work, and, well, not really call in, I tried to find someone to cover my shift, and there's no one that can, so ultimately I'm going to have to leave the hospital and go to work, which sucks. But I'm happy that I got to come up here and meet my nephew and see my sister. I'm actually in the room with her right now. You want to, Haley, you want to give a wave? Yeah. Yep, that's her right there. So yeah, if you guys want to leave her well wishes and everything, the baby's name is Grayson. He did come 5 weeks early, but my sister did great. She had to have an emergency C-section. He weighs 6 pounds, 6 ounces. He's 18 inches long, and yeah, but Grayson is here. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys soon.